One you walk, Blake. And Blake looking down. Yeah.
One tiny red carpet moment at the Met Gala turned into a full internet debate. And this time, it was Blake Lively at the center of it. Blake showed up to the 2026 Met Gala in a dramatic archival Versace gown with a huge train. The kind of dress that does not just walk into a room, it has to be carried, adjusted, arranged, and basically managed like its own production. But then one clip started spreading online. In the video, Blake is seen smiling while directing the people helping with her dress. She appears to be telling them how to move, where to place the train, and how to handle the gown so the full look could be seen correctly. And almost immediately, fans split into two completely different sides. One side looked at the clip and said, "She's being bossy." The other side said, "No, she's being professional. That dress is huge. Somebody has to direct the moment." And that is where this whole thing became bigger than just a dress. Because on the surface, this looked like another Met Gala red carpet clip. But the reaction around Blake was not just about fashion, it was about her public image, her comeback, and the way people online are watching her every move right now. The timing matters. Blake's appearance at the Met Gala came after a very public legal battle connected to It Ends With Us and Justin Baldoni. That situation had already turned into one of the most talked about celebrity stories of the past year. So when Blake stepped back onto one of the biggest celebrity carpets in the world, people were already watching closely. According to People, Blake's return was described as strong, confident, and fearless. She was reportedly a guest of Vogue and seated at Anna Wintour's table, which made the appearance feel even more like a major public return. And then came the dress. The gown was not simple. It was not something she could just walk in without help. Reports said the train was 13 feet long, and Vogue even highlighted how important train handlers were at the Met Gala this year. These massive gowns do not just magically move perfectly on camera. There are people behind the scenes making sure nothing gets tangled, stepped on, blocked, or ruined. So when Blake was seen giving directions, some fans felt like she was simply doing what needed to be done. But others saw something completely different. Some comments accused her of giving mean girl energy. Others said she looked controlling. Some people felt like the moment confirmed what they already thought about her. And that is the interesting part. A lot of the reactions seemed less about what was actually happening in the clip, and more about what people already believed about Blake before they watched it. If someone already liked her, they probably saw confidence. If someone already had doubts about her, they probably saw attitude. That is how celebrity clips work now. A few seconds can become a full character judgment. And honestly, the Met Gala is the perfect place for that to happen. Everything is exaggerated, the outfits are huge, the cameras are everywhere, every movement is being filmed from multiple angles. One facial expression, one hand gesture, one moment of stress, and suddenly the internet is building an entire personality profile. But there is another layer here. Blake was not just wearing a dramatic gown, she also carried a custom clutch with artwork from her 4 children. InStyle reported that she described the clutch as her ultimate comfort because it helped her feel close to her kids during such a public night. That detail changes the tone a little, because while the internet was arguing about whether she looked bossy, Blake was also trying to get through a huge public appearance after a difficult chapter, wearing a giant dress, surrounded by cameras, and carrying something personal from her children. That does not mean every fan has to like how she handled the moment, but it does mean the clip probably deserves more context than just, "She was being rude." There is also the question of gender. When a male celebrity confidently directs people around him, it is often framed as leadership. He knows what he wants, he is focused, he is in control. But when a female celebrity does the same thing, fans can be quicker to call her bossy, difficult, demanding, or rude. And that double standard is part of why this clip became such a debate. Some fans basically said, "This dress has a 13-foot train. Of course she had to direct people." Others argued, "You can direct people without looking bossy." Both sides are reacting to the same footage, but they are bringing different assumptions into it. The other reason this story has so much energy is because Blake Lively has always been strongly connected to the Met Gala. Her 2022 look became one of the most memorable Met Gala moments of the decade. She is one of those celebrities people expect to deliver on that carpet. So, when she returned in 2026, fans were already expecting a statement, and she gave them one. But instead of the conversation staying only on the gown, the internet turned it into a conversation about her personality. Was this a comeback moment? Was it a reputation reset? Was it a mistake? Was she unfairly judged? That is why this story works as more than just red carpet drama. Business Insider described the appearance as a possible fashion reputation reset because the Met Gala gave Blake a way to step back into the spotlight through glamour instead of courtroom headlines. That makes sense. Celebrity image is not just built through interviews anymore. It is built through appearances, styling, timing, body language, and viral clips. And this clip showed how fragile that kind of reset can be. One moment can support the comeback, another moment can complicate it. But here is the Fame Unfiltered take. This clip probably says more about the internet than it says about Blake. Because the actual situation was simple. A celebrity in a massive dress was trying to make sure the dress looked right on one of the biggest fashion carpets in the world. That does not automatically make her rude. At the same time, fans are allowed to react to what they see. If the moment rubbed some people the wrong way, that reaction is also part of the public conversation. The problem is when a few seconds become a full verdict on somebody's character, especially when the moment is happening at an event where everyone is under pressure to look perfect, move perfectly, pose perfectly, and still seem effortless. The Met Gala is not effortless. It only looks that way when the handlers, stylists, assistants, photographers, and celebrities all do their jobs right. So maybe Blake was directing, maybe she was being careful, maybe she was trying to protect the dress, maybe she was trying to control the shot. Maybe all of those things are true at once. But the reason fans are still talking about it is because Blake's image is in a sensitive place. People are not just watching what she wears. They are watching how she moves, how she smiles, who she talks to, and whether her comeback feels natural or calculated. That is the real story. Not just the dress, not just the train, not just one hand gesture. The real story is how fast the internet can turn a red carpet logistics moment into a public image debate. And for Blake Lively, this Met Gala appearance may have been meant to signal confidence, elegance, and a fresh chapter. But the internet saw the clip and did what the internet always does. It picked a side. So, what do you think? Was Blake Lively being bossy, or was she just handling business on one of the most chaotic red carpets in fashion?